Tomorrow marks 50 years since the fall of Saigon, also known as Black April, which brought an end to the U.S. involvement in the Vietnam War.
And tonight, ABC 7 News reporter Suzanne Phan has the story of one Bay Area man who went to Vietnam to search for his father, who died in combat during the war.
Your aunt and I.
As a hairstylist, David Bowie has heard the personal stories of his clients, but now Bowie has his own story to share.
I wanted to look for my father's grave. He passed when I was barely 1 year old. I never had any contact or any recollection of the grave.
Bowie's father, Lac Ta Bowie, was a literature teacher in South Vietnam.
He got drafted to the army. He died during the war early on.
At the age of only 26, Bowie's father was killed in combat, fighting alongside America with the South Vietnamese army. This past March, he returned to his homeland with his 80-year-old mom to search for his long-lost father, with these photos as his only clues.
I remember from the old photos that the funeral, we had to go through a rice field.
It was an uphill battle, traveling through a country he barely knew.
It's a daunting task. Along the way, I saw there are a few graves.
What were you thinking when you saw that?
I thought maybe one of those could be my father. Where do I start?
Bowie and a friend went by scooter to a tiny village and asked around, asking about the rice fields and a bamboo grove they saw in the photographs from Bowie's father's funeral. Eventually, Bowie was directed to a large cemetery 30 minutes outside of Nha Trang.
We start walking through the cemetery. There are unmarked graves.
That could have been your dad.
Yes.
After searching for days, he was on the verge of giving up.
I didn't know what to do.
Then something incredible happened.
So I looked around, and there were graves that are unmarked with unknown people. And then from the distance, at about 30 yards away, I spotted a grave headstone with my father's name on there. So it was quite a shock. I was speechless.
Bowie was utterly amazed.
There's so many different grave sites that it's all different sizes, and it was hard to spot unless I was sitting down at the place that I was, and it was direct line of sight that I somehow found it. It was such an incredible event that I don't know how or what kind of brought me there.
Almost miraculous.
Yes.
Even the cemetery worker was stunned.
What is she saying?
She's like, this is amazing. It's quite a spiritual moment.
Bowie immediately called his mother, who was waiting 5 hours away with family.
What are you saying?
I'm saying, Mom, I found my father's grave. I found it.
Together, Bowie and his mother had a proper memorial ceremony. That moment made possible because of divine intervention.
As my friend Mark has said, perhaps my father guided me there, his spirit, after so many years.
It's been half a century since the fall of Saigon, and today, Bowie has a family and a young daughter in the Bay Area.
I would love for her to know where I came from and where her grandfather came from, and I would love to tell her the story about my life. Now there's a sense of connection.
A connection to the past, a foundation for the future. In San Francisco, Suzanne Phan, ABC 7 News.